program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Hello and welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show. My name is Joe Ficcaro. I am a member of the Chamber's Board of Directors and a past president, and pleased to be the host for the cable show. I'd like to tell you right from the very beginning that if you want to contact any of our guests, all you have to do is contact the Chamber office at 708-532-5700 or the Chamber's website at tinleychamber.org. This way you can get any of our guests or any of our other Chamber members. I also worked for the Chicago Southland Convention and Visitors Bureau for membership sales. I am pleased to have with us again actually two representatives now from the Tinley Park Public Library. We have with us Sue Bailey, who is the Marketing and Community Outreach Specialist. Welcome back to our show, Sue.
Thank you, Joe.
And we also have with Sue, we have Jennifer Lowe, who is the Young Adult Librarian. Welcome, Jennifer, on your debut here on our cable show.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Right. Well, we're always glad to have representatives from the public library.
Thank you.
Because that's part of education and information and a whole bunch of other things. But I'm going to let you talk about that. So, Sue, why don't you tell us, what you do at the library?
Well, as you mentioned, I'm the Marketing and Community Outreach Specialist. It's a long name. I have a lot of fun jobs at the library, marketing, programming. I like to say I'm the library cheerleader, and I get to go out into the community and talk about the library and lots of fun things, definitely.
Sounds like a fun job.
It
and you
is.
actually get paid to do that.
I know. That's the best part. Definitely.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes, I'm very fortunate.
All right. Now, I understand, well, there's different aspects of the library that some people may not be aware of, but we'll try to blend those in. But to start off, I understand that the library is celebrating an anniversary this summer.
Correct.
So can you tell us about that?
Sure. The library is celebrating a big milestone this summer and into the fall. It's our 10-year anniversary at our new location on Timber Drive. Hard to believe that it's been 10 years. I guess we really probably can't call it a new library anymore, although it feels very much like that. So the anniversary of 10 years at the library, but the Bookmobile is also celebrating an anniversary, and that's 15 years of serving patrons out in the community. Not many libraries have this extra service, and we're fortunate to have a staff that's dedicated to getting out into the community and working with our patrons. We're taking the milestone, this special milestone, and turning it into a theme for the summer. We're going to use it in our summer reading programs, and we're calling it 10 Years of Discovery and 15 Years on the Road. We have a piece of artwork that a talented staff member from the Youth Services Department designed. Her name is Clarice Pelzarski. You're going to see this image in our publicity, and more importantly, or more visibly, the Friends of the Library purchased some banners that hang now in our parking lot on the light poles, and they'll also be in Zabraki Plaza.
That's
so we're
great.
excited about that.
God bless the Friends of the Library.
That's for sure.
They're awesome.
Among others, I should say.
Yes.
Now, I've heard that, Sue, that over 2,000 people sign up for summer reading each summer. Now, what is new and exciting for the library patrons this time around?
Well, it's a little bit hard for some people to grasp, but that actually 2,000 people or more come into our library to sign up to take a summer reading challenge. We're really proud of that, and it turns out that the library becomes a very, very busy place, as you can imagine, all those people coming in. This year, we're really fortunate to have a new facet to the program, to the incentive program. We're going to partner, or we are partnering with local businesses and offering patrons something extra at the same time. The goal is to make the Tinley Library Card more visible and more valuable in the community. So when a patron comes in to sign up for summer reading, they'll get a special sticker on their card that will allow them to take their card to the participating businesses and take advantage of these offers. Variety of businesses will get all these different perks, including free publicity and a direct website link from ours to theirs.
You are a cheerleader for the library.
I know.
I almost feel like we should just jump up and do some cheerleading maneuvers or whatever, but we're kind of like wired for sound, so we can't move around.
It's fun, yeah.
Now, what can we expect in terms of the programs and events for this summer?
Well, we're celebrating lots of milestones this summer. Many people know that June 6th is the 70th anniversary of D-Day, and we have a historian and author, Robert Mueller, coming in to talk about that with very personal stories. We have motivational speaker and local resident Tom Kenz. He's from Tinley Park, and he gives a very inspirational talk on how to stay positive in a negative world. Frozen Lighthouses, that's a program, actually it's a program by Tom Gill, who's also a Tinley resident. He will be talking about taking great pictures with the equipment that you have, including your smartphone, and he actually is famous for his frozen lighthouses that have been pictured on the, or shown on the Weather Channel. We have cooking programs, travel, movies, everything but the kitchen sink, as they say, so we're lucky.
And you know what? I wouldn't put it past them to someday have something special about kitchen sinks.
We'll try. You know,
at least an artist that draws.
We will definitely
kitchen
try.
Sinks or
Definitely.
Something. All right, now, well, Jennifer.
Yes.
The young adult librarian at the
That's
library.
me.
What does the library have for children and teens this summer?
Well, we will be kicking off the summer with two big events. First, on June 6th, we're having storyteller Grant Fitch, who's going to do an evening of humorous stories for families. And that same night, we'll be doing a teen program. We're going to show the movie Catching Fire, and we'll have a Chipotle burrito bar as well. Spaces are limited, so everyone should sign up early.
Catching Fire.
It's the second movie in the Hunger Games trilogy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, you know,
well,
Katniss, you know, Team PETA, Team Gale.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I did see the first one.
Okay. Well, if you were a teen, you could come and see the second one with us, but I don't think you're in grades 6 through 12.
If I bring a teen?
You can't, no. They can come and watch it and tell you about it afterwards.
All right, I guess we'll have to go with that.
We have lots of programs. We have programs pretty much all day, or every day all summer. So everybody should check our website and see what we have to offer. Summer reading starts on June 2nd, but you can sign up anytime between June 2nd and August 3rd. So sign up anytime.
So it will extend from June 2nd through what?
I'm sorry, August 2nd is the finishing day. June 2nd through August 2nd. Everything is done. But you could sign up August 1st and read all your books and get your prizes the next day if you want.
All right.
And they're
for speed readers.
Yes. The children and teens are eligible for the incentive program that Sue mentioned as well. And I do want to highlight one special program that we have, Fairy Tale Theater, which is near and dear to my heart. It's a summer program that we've been doing since 1998. Our teens in grades 7 through 12 put on a play for children ages 3 to 8. This year we have selected Humpty Dumpty is Missing by Joseph Robinette. It's a kind of a funny take on old detective movies like The Maltese Falcon.
Humpty Dumpty
is missing,
like,
yes.
Since he fell off the wall or what?
Right, he falls off the wall, and then what happened?
Yeah.
They go to clean him up.
That's
There's
pretty neat.
nothing there.
Yeah.
Yes. So Sammy Scoop, our detective, and his assistant Alice round up the usual suspects who happen to be familiar nursery rhyme and fairy tale characters, and they have to figure out who done it. Even though it's intended for young children, there's a lot of references for adults. And
all right, now you might find this hard to believe. We have about 40 seconds.
Oh,
gosh.
Wow.
Really?
Okay, yeah.
So let's talk about that 10-year anniversary.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Yeah, we are planning this amazing party on Sunday, September 7th from noon to 4. We're going to have something for everyone. Antiques appraiser Rex Newell, Mad Science of Chicago, roving magicians, games, crafts, giveaways, prizes, and a quick reference for something Jennifer has attended.
The teens are putting on a show called The Fumes of Mod Podge, and we have auditions for high schoolers on July 22nd.
Is that it? We
it.
covered everything?
Mostly. The library's awesome. Check out our website.
All right. Thank you very much. Great having you here.
Thank
and
you.
we got it all in.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank
Great
you.
having you here.
Thanks.
And we'll see you probably in another, well, the next chamber event.
I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, our next guest is a newcomer to Tinley Park and to the Chamber of Commerce. We have with us the co-owner of Hailstorm Brewing Company, Chris Schiller.
Hello, Joe.
Chris, welcome
Thanks
to
for
our
having
show.
me here today.
Welcome to the community.
Thank you.
And, you know, I know a lot of people just love your product already, but you're going to tell us about that. You're going to tell us, you know, about Hailstorm Brewing Company and how it is you went into the business, and then tell us all the different facets of a craft beer company.
Absolutely. Well, we're a new craft brewery in Tinley Park, and we have been open for just about a month now. And what a craft brewery means is we actually brew for production brewing. So unlike a brew pub, which many people are familiar with, that has food and they just brew on premises for serving at the restaurant, we will actually be brewing for distribution all over the Chicago area on into Indiana and Wisconsin and Michigan. And
right.
so what that does is actually brings a unique draw and attraction to the Tinley area, where people will visit us from the 4-state area completely to see where this beer is coming from, to try the freshest beers out of the brewery, and so forth. So it's quite a bit of a different model than a brew pub. On the flip side of that, we don't have food. We do allow you to actually bring your food, though, into the tasting room. So we have a tasting room. We have currently 5 beers on tap. We will eventually have 10 beers is the goal. We have 10 handles anyway, so that's the goal, to have 10 beers.
Sure.
And those beers will constantly rotate. Right now we have 5 that have already become somewhat of favorites with a lot of our customers. But we'll have to, you know, take off the bottom 3, replace those with something new, and continue to evolve the selection as we go forward. So.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about some of the different beers that you've got, but what are the beers right now that Hailstorm Brewing Company offers?
Currently, we've got 5 on tap. 2 of them I brought today because we're going to have these. These will be in binnies, and we'll have more coming out soon. But anyway, we have a Russian Imperial Stout, and that's 10.6 alcohol.
Yeah.
We have a double IPA, and that is a big, strong, very hoppy IPA.
Now, for people who don't know what an IPA is,
Yes.
why don't you briefly tell us?
That's an Imperial Pale Ale, and it was actually brewed in Great Britain in the 1900s to ship to the colonies all over the world.
Okay.
And in order to get it to last for the long journey on the ship, they loaded lots of hops into it. And hops are a natural preservative and antioxidant and antifungal and antibacterial. So they loaded them up with hops. It wasn't the intention for the beer to actually taste incredibly hoppy like it did. So back then, I don't believe that was actually valued for its flavor. But the current American craft beer scene is hop obsessed, and the hoppier the better for many people. So it is a very popular style right now.
The hoppier, the better. Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm supposed to be the one with the jokes, but that was okay. So the cruise here, it was not just a hop, skip, and a jump. It was a long cruise, so they had to preserve it for a long time.
Absolutely.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
I think people will probably appreciate the beers that they're drinking, knowing that.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about. Well, we've got 2 here, and.
Yep. So we have this Dominatrix, the double IPA.
Double IPA. That's the one you said it's 10.
11%.
11%.
Actually,
okay.
on this one. Yep. That's actually fairly normal for craft beer.
Okay.
Especially some of what they call the imperial style craft beer. And then this one, I'd like to also mention too, we have, and we'll continue to have these for a while, we have Southside Irish Red on tap at the tap room, and also in several restaurants and bars around the city. That's very popular. It's a traditional Irish style red ale.
All right.
Very popular with people who don't like a lot of alcohol, a lot of hops, very mild and easy to drink.
So what's the alcohol content of that?
That's just 5
Well,
even.
that's 5. I mean, that's good. And what about this one right here?
That's 10.6.
Vlad the Impaler. All right.
And we actually have that one aging in bourbon barrels as well.
So can I, what is the capacity? Or is that something that you can actually disclose, or, you know, the capacity for production?
Yeah, currently we're set up, we have three 30-barrel fermenters. A barrel is 2 kegs of beer, like you see. So
Yeah.
basically, you know, we can make 60 kegs of beer at one time
Really?
in one fermenter. And I don't know how good your math is. We can turn each fermenter over about 20 times per year. So that's 120. It's 1,200. I'm not good at math. I'm not even going to do it. But anyway,
That's
so
1,200,
we have
isn't it?
3. We have room to expand to 8 fermenters. And then we can additionally put in another row of 8 on top of that. So right now our target is to brew about 500 barrels in our first year, which is fairly conservative, with a goal of ramping up to 2,000 the next year and 5,000 after that.
Now, we still have plenty of time left, but just so we don't run out of time, let's talk about some things that you specifically want to make sure you introduce. Like what you're planning on offering certain types of beers?
Yeah.
That might be...
Yep. So coming up in the future, we're going to offer a lot of barrel-aged and sour beers. We think that'll really differentiate us from a lot of breweries in the area. There's not many in the Chicago area doing that. It is a very popular and emerging segment. So unfortunately with barrel-aged, you have to age them. So you can't open the door and have barrel-aged right away unless we had started brewing, you know, a year ago.
All right, so barrel, unless I'm not hearing it, barrel age means how long?
Depending on the beer, but I would say a minimum of 6 months up to at least a year.
Okay, at least that's not like, you know, some bourbons, whatever, it's 10 years or
right,
whatever.
Right.
All right, so that's livable.
Yep, and different styles go in different barrels. So,
and there'll be some anticipation there, 6 months anticipation.
Yep. And then what we plan to do is actually do a barrel-aged release party each month. So as we put beer into barrels this month, for a year from now, we'll do it again next month, the month after that. And then so finally when the assembly line comes around full circle, we'll be able to do a barrel-aged release party each month.
Okay, now you you did give the times that you're open, and maybe you could repeat that again though.
Yep, we're open every day except Monday, noon to 8 p.m.
Noon until 8 p.m.
Yep.
Okay, and again, you can contact the chamber office for to reach Hailstorm Brewing Company. So seasonal beers.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. This is a season we're in, so tell us about your seasonal beers.
So this is a very fun area where we get to basically brew up whatever we kind of can think of, and summer's a great time to have a little bit lighter beer, a wheat beer. We'll have a Belgian wheat style beer, a Bavarian Hefeweizen type of beer for summertime.
All right.
Fall comes around, you start thinking of autumn leaves and pumpkin. So we'll definitely have a pumpkin ale that we will brew. I believe the recipe we have calls for 1,000 pounds of pumpkin.
1,000 pounds of
chopped
pumpkin.
up and thrown into the kettle. And then we will come out with a Christmas ale. That will be a slightly spiced type Christmas ale. And then in the winter too, you typically brew the heavier beer. So a Belgian quad is a type of beer. And we'll be doing a Belgian triple that's actually 14%.
Well, now that you're here, I'm going to have to get into craft beers a little bit more. And I know a number of people are, but having it this close to home, I think makes it even more special. I'm trying it out. Well, Chris, we have about 30 seconds left. So if you want to tell us maybe about the craft beer industry for the ending.
Yes. Well, it's a really exciting segment. We're growing 14% year over year for the last 5 years. So craft beer is definitely an emerging, not I'd say emerging, but well established, but rapidly growing area. And as people discover that, you know, hey, my beer can actually taste good, I can really enjoy this, everybody's coming over from the light beers that they're used to.
Great.
And we're excited to have Tinley be a part of that.
Chris, thank you for being a guest on our show.
Thank you, Joe.
Well, our next guest is also a relatively new chamber member and new to expansion here in the Tinley Park area. The operations manager for Window Genie, none other than Brian Glemby. Brian, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
All right, so we're hoping people will see things a lot clearer after calling you for your services. We'll come up with all kinds of cliche type of things, but
I get that a lot.
you could do that as well.
Yeah.
But Brian, tell us, briefly a little bit about yourself and what you do with Window Genie, and we'll get into all the different facets of Window Genie.
I run the operations, the day-to-day operations. I get the guys going in the morning, and I enjoy Windows. Windows is my life, and I'm proud to say it. And the company is a family-ran company. It's very family-oriented. So it appeals to the clients we have, and everyone wants family, and so personal. And we try to make sure that everyone is satisfied. And if we get that, I'm happy. I'm good with the end day.
It's interesting that you say Windows is your life. I mean, a lot of us spend a lot of time at work, and you evidently, through your operation, see a lot of windows, all different types of windows that need different types of attention and care. So having said that, tell us about Window Genie, the type of products that you do, the services that you offer, and then we'll talk about the customers and what have you.
Window Genie is a franchise. It's privately owned and operated. We've been around in this area for 11 years, and I just started taking over the operations about 3 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The services we do is mostly window cleaning, window tinting, and small pressure washing, like house washes and stuff. And window tinting is becoming very popular with wooden floors. It protects the wooden floors, so we try to hit that harder. But window cleaning, you don't really notice until a sunny day that you can't see out your windows, and everyone likes a clear view.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I may have heard that at some point, but I'm glad for the reminder about wood floors, and a lot of people have those. So you can basically tint any window, it custom cut to fit a window or what have you?
What we get is it comes in a big rectangular box, and we actually cut it on the spot, and then we put it on the glass, and then we cut it to the size of the window.
Okay.
So, yeah, any window.
Okay. So, window cleaning, tinting, didn't you say power washing?
Yes.
Power washing of?
Like houses, small concrete cleaning, decks.
Decks?
We don't seal decks. But
Okay.
we can clean them.
You clean them, all right. Okay. All right, well, somebody may just need to have that done, especially after that brutal winter that we had.
Oh, yeah, the salt and everything just killed everything.
Yeah. All right, so I know there's more to Window Genie than that, and I notice you brought some props here. These are tools of the trade, so to speak.
There's not much to it.
Well, no, I guess it's pretty simple. You've got something that applies the solution or water, and it's kind of, it's still... Well, it's not that wet.
No, I just got off work, actually.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, busy.
And a couple of different size squeegees.
From 6 inches all the way to 32 inch.
Do you really?
So,
32 inch?
My size I use is 10 inch and a 20 inch.
Okay.
So
I guess that would be for the big picture windows, or you
sliding glass doors.
Now, tell us, now you're covering Tinley Park and the surrounding area, or?
The more north we go, it's probably Oak Lawn or Evergreen Park, and we go all the way down to like New Lenox and Mokina and Frankfurt. We try to stay in that area just so we can get our community as strong as we can instead of branching out so far. We want to make sure we can, get to know almost every neighbor. That's my goal.
All right, so is Tinley Park your hub?
It is.
All right, Tinley Park's the hub, and you're going to expand out as far as New Lenox is on the west.
Yeah.
North to Oak Lawn, Evergreen Park. South to?
Well, we have one in Indiana too, so we go all the way to Crete. We go all the way to actually Valparaiso in Indiana.
All right,
so we stretch this whole area.
That covers the entire south and southwest area. All right, so that's about 60 communities or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a large area. You got a lot of work ahead of you.
There's a lot of windows.
Yeah, there are. All right, so we've covered that. How many employees do you have working with you now, at least?
In this area, we have four technicians.
Okay.
And we're able to, make a huge dent in the community with it. But in time, I want to be able to build upon our company, get more employees, get more crews, and maybe two per crew or whatever. It doesn't matter. But one person's what we're at now, so we're still trying to build, I guess.
Well, that puts some responsibility on them. They've got to just be organized and work their schedule. All right, so We've covered that. What we do want to find out though is, what are the types of customers that you've got and that you want?
We go from everywhere, the professional families where they don't have time themselves to get to the windows or do like the services that most people don't want. We do a lot of elderly people that can't perform the services that they want. And we also have a lot of people that just don't want to do it. So, you know, those are the people we want. It's someone that wants a quality service done for the right price.
Yeah, and we were joking earlier, I said, and for that woman whose husband likes to spend a lot of time on the golf course or fishing, whatever, and wants to get that done, you know, why not get it done?
Yeah.
All right.
And we get it done in time.
Okay, so residential, commercial, or
yeah, we do all the McDonald's in this
like
area.
retail
Yeah,
type of
like
all right.
like plazas, strip malls. Those are
Okay.
good. We go up to everything up to 3-story buildings.
3-story.
Yeah, we have a water-fed pole that goes 50 feet in the air. It's
Do you
pretty.
really?
It's pretty heavy on your shoulders, but you know you get it. I don't do it, but
You've got
The other
you've
guys
got
do it.
people
Yeah.
that do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're the operations manager,
I do what I can.
right? I'm sure you're there right next to them when you need to.
Yes.
So, do you have, let's say, some current promotions for, you know, in June, July, August?
For anyone that sees this program, I'll give an automatic 10% off. I also am willing to, for the whole June, for a 5% off on top of that 10 if you see it. And then referrals, we just ask for referrals from the people to kind of spread the word, because spreading the word is the best way to go.
Yeah.
Referrals is the best form of marketing.
Word of mouth?
Yeah. And we would give them 10% as well.
You'll give them 10% as
The
well?
referrals.
So long as they mention the Tinley Park Chambers cable show.
Yes.
Okay. And that they heard Brian
Yes.
talking on it. All right. Now, all right, so that's 10%. 10% is pretty good. You know, something that we didn't cover and people may be interested in, you know, we've got the cloth material, the squeegees. What are some of the products that you use, though? Is it just plain water or
It's water with a special water, like soap solvent for cleaner, like the cleaner. It actually kind of, the only way to describe it is like it's kind of like a wax. It will actually make the window stay cleaner instead of just normal soap.
Is it a secret Genie window and
Yes, no.
solution of some
I
kind?
mean, if you're just going to tell someone the product you use, you know, they're going to go out and do it themselves.
That's true. Well, they could. All right, so
Maybe not as good as we do, but
I think that's important to say that.
Yeah.
All right, so we have about 30 seconds left. Is there a parting message that you would like to say to our viewers?
I'm happy to be in this community. I am enjoying the customers I have now. I hope I get to enjoy everyone else here. I appreciate the time that we've had here, and I hope that you know, I will be an impact in the community, not just for cleaning windows, but you know, helping build the community.
Brian, thanks for being a guest on our show, and I hope a lot of people see it clear to call Window Genie.
All right, thank you.
If they can't, they should call Window Genie
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.